of those moments again where I'm trying to capture the essence of what's happening for me in this moment. I'm not really making a lot of sense, but that's okay. I am in that space again where it feels like, to use the Abraham Hicks metaphor, my cork is floating and I don't have any resistance really like pushing it down. It kind of feels like a runner's high sometimes. Like you get almost like full body tingles and you're just sort of floating. Yeah, floating is a very good description of it. And she says when you're in that space, just to milk it for as long as you're there, or not as long as you're there, but milk it for as long as you can. And this is me just milking it. Milking it, whatever it is, I'm milking it. And it feels pretty good. How do I describe that? Yeah, definitely kind of this like lighter sensation like in all my extremities. They're sort of buzzing. Tingling's not quite the right word, but buzzing a bit, and just feeling pretty blissful. How did I get here? I have to ask myself. Well, through thought. All through thought. That's what I do. Just think about things. And there's been sort of this affirming process that I've been trying to do to just stay not necessarily present in each moment, but just like notice the best things in each moment, so that the next moment has more of those good things. And so when I'm in this state right now, just noticing it and appreciating it and celebrating it is kind of prolongs it a bit, right? Keeps it going. And to know that all of this is my own creation. And that like my relationship with people and the world is entirely of my own interpretation. I think that's the right word. I see my husband looking at me skeptically. And maintaining this vibration is definitely not dependent on anybody but myself. It is a new experience for me to be able to like have a conversation with someone and keep my choice to choose to be happy dominant in my mind and not be affected by anybody else's vibration. And this is something that I haven't really done in my life. I usually am so quick to just like go to where they're at as opposed to let them come to me, if that makes sense. I mean, it makes sense energetically to me. I can visualize it, but hopefully it makes sense in words. And maybe you can feel it energetically too as I describe it. But yeah, it's a pretty cool experience to be able to let somebody come to you and to see the shift that happens for them too, right? Like it's not only about me maintaining my own vibration, which feels great, and I'm so glad that I could do it, but it's also about having that overflow of energy, that overflow of love, of good feeling, that it is able to lift somebody else up who you are talking to. Pretty cool. I would like to do that again. Yeah. And again and again. It's good. Very good. Thanks for listening. If you're listening, I'm talking to myself right now, so I mean, thanks. Miriam Hasna said it first, that being an empath, calling yourself an empath, is just an excuse for being out of touch with your own alignment, being so unclear on your own feelings that you are people pleasing and taking on the emotions of others because your desire to be connected to your own happiness, your own satisfaction, is less important than meeting the false expectations of others, meeting them where they are, as opposed to getting others to join you where you are at. The first time that I read that, I was shocked, and it's taken me probably close to a year to wrap my head around that again and totally like own it. I took a lot of pleasure is not the right word, but I identified a lot with the empath identity, and it helped me understand what I was doing. And so it's been such a good stepping stone to bring me to this place now where my satisfaction is solely the most important aspect of myself. And it's something that I need to practice doing, because as soon as someone else comes into my energy, as soon as someone else comes near, I'm so conditioned, so practiced at tuning into where they are, that I let go of staying focused on where I want to be, where I am, where my inner being is. It's a really neat, such a funny word. It's a really incredible practice to focus on, to have the intention of. So yeah, super I don't even need to say I'm super excited to do it. I just am. That's my intention, to like keep focused on my inner being and alignment and finding satisfaction segment by segment,